Welcome back, and thank you for staying with us here at Champion News Talk Radio, brought to you by championnews.net. Today, our guest is Steve Tucker, and we were discussing something about the unions and Obamacare. Steve,
Yes.
what is that?
Well, we know SEIU and many of the other unions were one of the biggest promoters of the Obamacare legislation. And then September...
That's the Service Employees International Union, known for being violent in a picket line.
Indeed, yes. They promoted very heavily for it. And then on September 23rd, when the medical loss ratios kicked into place, they were given a waiver from any of the ramifications of having to implement the medical loss ratios, which means they would have to have dumped their health plans, dumped their kids off their health plans. They were given a complete waiver and exemption. There are now 3.1 million Americans who have been issued Obamacare waivers.
No, wait. The people that lobbied the heaviest for it are now not subject to be having to partake in it?
That is correct, yeah. So it's a huge hypocrisy. It's all who you know with central planning. If you know somebody, you don't have to...
With the con man we have as the president, that's the way it works.
Yeah.
Of course, why would Obama do that? And I'm going to surprise the answer. It's because the unions are immensely powerful politically. Certainly, the teachers' union downstate is immensely powerful. All of the SEIU is powerful because they too have another whole group of government employees that are also in a huge, expensive, violent union. Both of those are big donors to Obama's kind of politics and the Democrats in general. That, along with the class action attorneys, are what pump money into the Democrat Party. So that's where huge amounts of money go pouring into the politics, both nationally and in Illinois. And naturally, you aren't going to get any help with tort reform. Obama's never going to give you that.
The lawyer buddies wouldn't approve of that, would they?
That's correct.
And it's widely believed that that's responsible for about a 30% increase in the cost of medicine because doctors practice defensive medicine. They're more about the lawyers getting them on a trumped-up suit than they are about the bugs that they're treating.
And people are in for a big surprise. You know, the president said that when these health insurance changes open, you're going to have, quote-unquote, help to pay your premiums. We touched on that a little bit earlier. What people don't know is that Section 1311 and 1321 of the PPACA, which is the Patient Protection and Affordable Care Act, aka Obamacare, states that if you are a state that refuses to set up an exchange, okay, the federal government will come in and set up a health insurance exchange for you. If they do, then the citizens who purchase health insurance in the exchanges are eligible for no premium reimbursement, zero. So we have 26 states right now that are pushing back. We have 2 more that are also pushing back. All of the residents in that state, if this legislation goes forward and the federal government comes in and sets up an exchange in their state because the state refuses to do so, every citizen in that state will not get a penny of assistance when it comes time to buy health insurance in those exchanges.
Do you think
Would that knock out the unions in their special waiver?
Well, the waivers end in 2014 when the law becomes eligible, fully implemented.
Steve, what do you think of our economy right now? Small businesses are suffering.
Yeah.
And do you think that folks are not hiring people because of the implications of Obamacare? And do you think people have been let go because of health insurance?
I will tell you, my client base alone, the last 16 years, the increases for premiums on an annual basis have been between 8 and 10%.
And your client base is that small business, mom and pop?
All small business owners.
What kind of scale number-wise is
companies from 20 down under to individual policyholders is a huge section of our client base.
Sure.
Mom and pop corporations and just small businesses, auto body shops, the backbone of this country. Dry cleaners.
Ice cream, small ice cream shops.
In other words, the 51% who pay taxes. Those guys, those are my clients. They're facing now, for the first time in 16 years, 46% increases with Blue Cross Blue Shield. And they have no idea what to do other than dump their health insurance or dump employees off their health insurance plan so they can control the cost. And again, the reason that is more central planning. We add on more mandates onto the policies. You must cover this, you must cover that, and it drives up the cost of health insurance.
But you know what? I also see the cascade here happening. These small businesses in Illinois, first of all, are leaving. Now you have small businesses that are cutting employees so they can justify some of the higher expenses
Correct.
because of that administration. Now you have unemployment insurance from a bankrupt state that's paying these folks that are now on the dole for, what is unemployment now, Jack? Is it 3 years or is it 2 years that somebody can be on unemployment?
Well,
So
past the 99 weekers, yeah. But you know, we all look at Massachusetts as where this all began. We have a perfect template. Michael brought it up here in Illinois. When Blago was governor, he expanded our All Kids program, which is our Medicaid for our children, to not only include the children, but the mother of the children, and even the father of the children, if he can provide a utility bill that says he lives with the mother.
Utility bill?
Yeah. So on top of that, they did an independent audit to find out how many illegal aliens were on our All Kids Medicaid program. Want to take a guess, the percentage?
You know what? Why don't we talk about that number when we come back
You'll be shocked.
after the break? Stay with us. You're going to get that number. Thank you for staying with us.